good morning. We're going to continue with our media availabilities here at Dover with Erik Jones, driver of the number 20 GameStop Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration Toyota. That is a mouthful this weekend. And Erik, just to kind of kick off our question this morning, obviously last week at Kentucky, round one of the NASCAR Xfinity Series chase did not go as planned for your team. Talk a little bit about your mindset going into this weekend, but also with this being the inaugural year of the Chase for Xfinity Series, talk a little bit about how that's been so far, even though last week didn't go quite as planned.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun so far. Obviously only one race in, but not the finish we wanted, but had a really fast car and had one that could have won the race, but ended up being our own biggest enemy in that one. So hopefully we can get it back on track here at Dover. Another really good racetrack for us, one where we did get a win here earlier this year, so I think it's a track where we can hopefully repeat and grab another win. But in all honesty, we're only, I think, 3 points out of the cutoff right now. So as long as we run, top 10 here in the next 2 weeks, we'll be just fine. But it's not always as easy as it sounds. So we just need to go out, do our job, and execute correctly.
All right. We'll go ahead and take questions for Erik. If you have one, please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation. Any questions for Erik? We'll start with Jessica.
Jessica Ruffin, NASCAR.com. Obviously, you've got 2 more races to get back up into the top 8 before the elimination. How do you go about balancing knowing you want to contend for wins and be in that top part, but also not wanting to mess up your spot in the standings?
Well, it's a fine line. You got to control what you can control, and at Kentucky I didn't do a very good job of that, and what I can control, and put myself in a situation to make a mistake, and ended up doing that and taking ourselves out. So that's not something we want to do this weekend, and obviously if we can avoid that, we need to. So if we're caught up in something and it's something out of our control, that's nothing we can do about that. But we still need to put ourselves in a good position, in one where we're running up front and hopefully in the mix for a win. And if we can do that, I think we'll be just fine.
Additional questions for Erik? All right, we'll go to Kenny next.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Erik, did anything from last week and maybe surprise you as far as the guys you were racing against, and that maybe now, okay, we're in the chase, these guys are running a little better, and we really haven't noticed them before, or these guys struggled and we didn't expect them to struggle, or do you even know what the other guys are doing out there?
No, I wouldn't say anything was too surprising. I think we were exceptionally fast last weekend and didn't really capitalize on it. Nobody really stood out. I guess the only thing that surprised me was that Elliott ended up winning that race. He said himself he wasn't very good that weekend, and they ended up in position to win. So that was neat for them. But I think the contenders were the same that you've seen over the last month or so. We were fast, Daniel was fast, and the junior motorsports cars were pretty good all night. And I think we'll be the same kind of field all the way until the end of the year, depending on who makes it through the rounds and how the races play out. But nothing really stood out as being too surprising to me at Kentucky.
Additional questions for Erik? All right. Well, we appreciate your time this morning. We wish you the best of luck this weekend.
All right. Thank you.